Welcome to the first test match between New Zealand and Bangladesh. On the very first day, Bangladesh won the toss and elected to field. Third ball of the fourth over, Latham tries to flick the ball and it's gone to the wicketkeeper where Littendos dives and takes a beautiful catch. It's been a tough one and that's the first wicket for Bangladesh. The first ball of the 10th over, Young flicks it nicely between the mid-wicket and that's gone for 4 run, first boundary of the match. On the first ball of the 10th over. This time Conway plays it, lovely drive, great timing with a balance and the ball is gone through all the way to the boundary rope and that's for 4 runs. This was a superb timing. And Ibadat Hussain is bowling again and this time short ball and Conway has nicely played it through mid-on and that's gone for another boundary. Second boundary of the over, another 4 runs. This was a super shot once again. The second last ball of Taskin Ahmed, Young drives it nicely back to the bowler, gone by the umpire and that's gone for 4 runs. That's again a nice shot. Both batsmen are playing very comfortably and settling in slowly. This time the first ball of 21st over from Shariful Islam has been punched nicely between mid-on and the non-striker and that's gone all the way to the 4 runs. Again a nice shot. Conway has kept his balance very well. Next ball, Shariful Islam tried to yoke Conway and he stands there and nicely flicks the ball and it's gone to the mid-on and that's gone for the boundary. Back-to-back boundaries. This boundary brings the 50 for New Zealand. Second ball of the 22nd over and it's a short ball. Conway pulls it and it's taken the top edge and it's gone over the wicketkeeper. Just bounced before the boundary rope and that's 4 runs. Bit of luck on there, it worked. After the first loss of the first wicket, both batsmen have played really well. And this time Taskin Ahmed is bowling and Young plays it. It's a short ball on the body and Young comes forward and plays it nicely towards the backward square leg boundary for 4 runs. Another boundary. This was well managed shot on the body and he plays it superbly. A very well controlled shot. Young took his time to balance himself. Mahdi Hassan this time and he's dropped short and Conway has hit it. Nice shot and it's gone all the way over the boundary rope for 6. Over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 and that brings his 50. What a 50. He's played a nice knock. 52 runs on 101 balls. Great way for 50 with a massive 6. It's a lovely swing on the short ball. It was given the opportunity and he's taken the full advantage of it. And that's well played, well deserved 50 by Conway on his own home ground. And this time on the third ball of 35th over, Conway slices it and it's gone straight to the boundary rope where the fielder tries to dive it but could not stop the ball. And that's another boundary, second boundary in the over. Conway is playing a positive cricket here. Very next ball, Conway paddles it, paddle sweeps and that's gone to the fine leg boundary for 4 runs. Third boundary in the over. What a fantastic batting. This time second last ball of the 38th over by Ibadat Hussain and Young cuts it through the backward point and that's gone. That's gone to the boundary rope for 4 runs. New Zealand batsmen are playing slowly and they're settling in. When they get the opportunity, they're taking the full advantage. Good length ball by Mahdi Hassan and Young is on top of the bounce and he sweeps it to the backward square and that's gone for 4 runs. That's a nice shot again. That brings the 100. And this time Conway cuts it and it's gone through the point boundary and that's gone for 4 runs. That was a beautiful cut. It's gone through straight to the point boundary, 4 runs. And this time Taskin Ahmed to Young and Young comes forward and drives it beautifully past non-strikers and by the bowler's end and that's gone straight to the long off boundary for 4 runs. After the first early loss, New Zealand has played pretty well. This time Conway plays the ball of Tuskin Ahmed down to the leg side, and that's gone again all the way to the boundary rope between the two fielders. Another boundary. Another nice shot. The next ball, short ball, and Conway pulls it. He takes the challenge, pulls it nicely, and it's gone between the long leg and deep square, and that's another 4 back-to-back boundaries. The very first ball of 47th over has been played by Young, and that's by the time the ball is collected and comes back, Young completes a single, and that brings his 50. Here comes Mahdi Hassan Mirza again, and this time Conway sweeps it nicely, and that's gone to the boundary rope for 4 runs. Catch was the call, but there was no chance of catch. It's gone all the way to the boundary rope. Conway is playing a vital role today. Last ball of 48th over by Sharif al-Islam. This time Conway pulls it. He pulls it nicely on the deep square region, and that's another boundary for 4 runs. An absolute solid performance by Conway. And the third ball of 49th over, Mahdi Hassan, and Young plays it, and he runs for a single, and by the time the fielder has picked up and thrown it back to the end, and it's gone straight to the wickets, and that's the second wicket for New Zealand. Young run out on 52. Last ball of 54th over by Ibadat Hussain has been cut nicely by Conway, and it's gone all the way to the boundary rope where the fielder dives but could not succeed, and that's another boundary, and that brings into tea. And this time Ross Taylor is facing Ibadat Hussain, and on the off stump, and Taylor drives it beautifully. It's gone through the square region for 4 runs. Nice drive. And very next ball, it's a back of length ball, and this time Ross Taylor cuts it towards the backward point where the fielder could not stop the ball, and it's gone for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries by Ross Taylor to Ibadat Hussain. Very first ball of 60th over by Ibadat Hussain, and this time Conway drives it nicely through the covers, and that's gone for 4 runs. And this time the fourth ball of the 60th over, it's short ball, and Taylor tries to play. He misses the pull shot, or has it taken the bat or the helmet, and it's the easiest catch possibly anyone could drop. The fielder in the gully could not control the ball, and Ibadat Hussain is disappointed, but it seems it was not the catch, but it was from the helmet. This time Conway plays down the leg side and runs for a single, and that brings his 100. Fantastic innings. What a fantastic batting by Conway. 100 on his home ground. His teammates, camp, and the crowd all are appreciating the game he has played today, and he deserved that appreciation. Well played. Well played 100 by Conway. He is one of the 6 batsmen who have made 100 in his first test match on his home ground. He's not out on 100. And this time Sharif al-Islam to Taylor, and he has taken the wicket of Taylor. What a beautiful catch in the covers region by Shadman Islam, and that's the wicket gone. That's the wicket they needed. Ross was well settled, and he's gone. That's the wicket Bangladesh needed desperately, and they have managed to take it. Beautiful catch. Henry Nicholas is the new batsman in. The very first ball of 80th over by Mominul Haq, and Conway's gone. He was trying to play the ball which was going down the leg side, nicks it, taken the edge, and wicketkeeper has taken the catch, and that's the big wicket gone. 4th wicket for Bangladesh. Bit of joy and cheer up time for Bangladesh. They have come back. They've come back strongly with the 2 big wickets back to back. There has been a couple of nice boundaries been played by Nicholas and Blendell. This time Blendell tries to play the ball of Ibadat Hussain, and he cuts it, chops it on his wickets, and he's gone. The 5th wicket for Bangladesh, and that's again a big wicket. He tries to play it, and the ball is taken the edge of the bat and straight onto the wickets, and that's the end of the day. 258 for 5. If you have not subscribed the channel, please do so. Like, share, and comment on the video. Thank you.